What is up YouTube, and welcome back to a new video. I hope you are enjoying your summer and your vacation. It's been a while since we did a video, but I had a lot to do with the fourth OnlyFit activewear collection that just launched. But we're here today because you asked for a new comment mistakes in the gym. So today we are going through comment mistakes while training lower body. Let's go.
Doing the floss.
45 years later. Okay, next exercise is RDLs, something I also see a lot of questions about, and how to get the proper form and how to get the glute contact while doing RDLs. Because RDLs and stiff leg deadlifts are super similar, but we have one trick that will make it more glutes. What we want to do, shoulder wide is a good stance to have. Can also point your toes out if you prefer. From here, when doing stiff leg deadlift, will be mainly your hamstrings working, and RDLs will be mainly your glutes, but they both will be active while doing both exercises. So stiff deadlift will look more straight, more hamstrings, more like just stretch overall down, more straight legs. You can see my knees, not obviously not like this, but slightly bended, super slightly bended, coming down more for your hamstrings. And when we want to target the glutes, what you want to do is to slightly bend your knees, push your glutes as far back as you can, and this will be your position for RDLs. From here to here, that's the difference. So slightly bend your knees, glutes back. Picking up the weights. Make sure you have a good position. And as for your back and your head, this is not the ideal position. This will be your ideal position to follow the movement. You can look straight down if you like. And from here, bend your knees, push your glutes back to this. Only glutes pushing back up. So the difference from glutes to hamstrings will be hamstrings, more straight up legs, to RDLs, more bend knees and glutes back. Those are the differences. I really hope that made sense. Next is our beloved, do you say that? Hip thrusts. I recently got a lot of questions of how I'm not feeling any lower back pain while doing hip thrusts. So let's go through the basics while doing hip thrusts. First of all, if you are a short gal like me, it can be good to find some kind of bench where you can have it in a decline position. If you don't have that, hopefully your gym has some kind of a little bit padded boxes that you can use instead of the bench. And that is because when the bench is too high, you can see that from here and having to lift the weights up like this first will be a really heavy lift, and it will also take a lot of tension on my lower back. So lowering this one to a better, and now you can see that it's right under my scapulas instead of above my scapulas. We're gonna take this, we're gonna do this at first. From here, it can never ever go wrong if you keep your eyes forward, keep your chin down to your chest. You have the bar here, and then lifting up like this, keeping this tight and nice, core all tighten up, and then go from this. You can follow the movement with your eyes down as well, if that makes it easier, and then coming down instead of going like this, because it's as soon as you raise your chin and look up in the ceiling, you allow your back to arch too much, and that will keep more pressure on your lower back. Instead, looking forward, chin down, pushing up, keeping this tight, straight, pushing with glutes. Picking up the weights. When I do my super heavy lifts, like the 200 kilos lift, I always make sure that everything is super duper straight before I lift, like millimeters straight. I take my fingers and do this on the sides to make sure that they are even. Placing my back on the bench, keeping eyes forward, pushing down my chin, keeping a slightly, toes slightly outwards. And from here, breathe, take a deep breath, and get a lot of air in, pushing it out. Do that about 3 times, and then lift. And as you can see, this part is completely straight. My glutes is the one pushing it up. And as soon as I do this, I can push it even further, but it doesn't work if I'm here. So keep that position at all times. Coming down, up. And you can also see that if I was supposed to drop my core, this will happen. You see the difference from this to doing, I follow the movement down and up instead of releasing it from here to here. That's the difference. I hope that made it more clear. Let's go over to the next one. Next exercise is leg presses. Also a really common exercise, but also really easy to do, to perform it wrong and to not get like the full effect of the exercise. So something that I see that is super common is that you're coming down and on the way up, you're like almost pushing it like this. And you see my legs, how they look a little bit floppy, like almost like they're jelly. And what you want especially when you're doing leg press with obviously a lot of weights on, or weights overall, it can be really dangerous to do this exercise if you're not controlling the exercise right. So instead of doing this, you want to control it on the way down and control it on the way up. Stop just before your legs go like this. This is not something that we want, and I know I've been nagging you about this, but I still see it, so I just wanted to do a friendly reminder to not lock your knees out. This can also be super dangerous for your knees. So coming down, controlling the exercise all the way down and all the way up. Something super common as well, and this mostly when you have a lot of weights on, is that you're coming down, and when you're here, you're starting to lose your position, which means that your butt is not down to the bench, like you're losing the position and your butt is lifting up from the bench. And that is not something that we want either, because when you're doing that, you put more pressure on your lower back, which can also, you can injure yourself. So that's why you have the handles to hold yourselves down to the machine. Coming down, as soon as you feel like you're starting to let go and lose the position, stop and come back up. Not doing this, not doing that, just going down and pushing back up. Steady, slowly, controlled. Yes, you got it. Last exercise is Bulgarian shit squats. Bulgarian split squats. Really common exercise. A love and hate exercise. We all love it, but we also hate it a lot. But the gains is too good to pass. So, really common mistake while doing this exercise, what I see is that a lot of people are doing almost like a, how do you say båge?
A bow.
A bow.
Slide.
A slide? A slide.
Like a slide.
You will understand. From here, they go back like this. You see, it's almost like a, it's a slide. So what we want to do, also, the back foot, see the position of my foot? It's like completely, because this is like the position that the foot ends up in if you don't make a change yourself from this to this, from that to that, keeping that one nice and tight as well, because that one will help your hips. Easy way to find your stance while doing Bulgarian split squats is putting your legs out, putting one leg 90 degrees, coming up, coming back. There's your stance. So the first and most important thing is to keep your core tight. So we want to go, we're not want to do, don't want to do that with a lot of pressure on your lower back. So we want to keep the core tight. So push this one in, keep this one tight, holding the weights, and then going straight down. Gravity, going straight down. From here, push straight up, and with the core still tight. Not this, but this, pushing straight up. I promise you, you will feel more in your glutes while doing this and pushing back up, instead of just letting your core be and do this. I have lower back pain for a reason. I learned my lesson. So I really recommend you to try this and compare to the ones that you're doing today and see if you can feel even more in your glutes and your quads while doing that. And I also feel like you don't need, because we're talking about a longer and shorter stance for more glutes, more quads. But when you have this position and going straight down, you will get both. And you will get a lot of ass while doing this and pushing back up like this. And it's not a competition of pushing your, of letting, I know I also want my glutes to look really good while I'm doing this exercise, but the fact is that my ass will look better and will look good if I do the exercise properly, and if I like get 100% out of the exercise, which is from pushing this one in and not having as flat, super flattering bum in the back. But I will have a super flattering bum when I'm done. I'm going to show you how it looks like with weights. Don't drop the weights. That was the last one. We have a lot of really, really good lower body exercises, but these 5 are what I would say the most common ones for lower body. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Please let me know if you want more of these videos. And do not forget to leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for upcoming videos. And I see you in my next video. Love you guys!